Good evening and welcome back to day 5 of VEDA. I just had to check the date there because I completely forgot what today's date was. I've just done an 8.5 hour shift at work, so just a little bit tired. I'm back down on the floor again, like I was yesterday. It's just a really easy, simple setup for me. It's comfy and it just doesn't take a lot to get this going, so I might do more videos down here. So today I just wanted to have a quick chat about the theme of patriotism in the films Dunkirk, Hacksaw Ridge, and Saving Private Ryan. So about last Friday I went and saw Dunkirk, and I was really blown away about how there was a distinct, almost lack of character and this sense of patriotism within the film. I mean, the film's described as an ensemble film, and I really do think that it takes the role of being an ensemble to a whole nother level. Every character builds up to have these groups of land, sea and air to be their own characters, as it were. I think Mark Rylance does a really good job as Mr. Dawson to create probably the strongest character within the film as the captain of the boat. I think out of everyone that you see, he's the one with the most strongest and clearest motivations. Is the one that has to make lots of difficult decisions throughout the film, but ultimately stays true to his goal. But I don't think in this film you see a whole lot of character development and character arcs. There isn't that many big decisions that the characters make. No one changes as a character. I think possibly Harry Styles' character at the end does have a slight revelation, but overall I think it's not a character-driven film, which is really, really interesting and quite refreshing in its originality. It's another aspect of its originality. But moving on to the theme of patriotism, in a film like Hacksaw Ridge, it tried to steer clear of the huge America, best army in the world plot and try to explore this theme of pacifism. But at the end of the day, it's still a big film shouting about war and victory and us versus them. And I think watching it as a Brit who's not a massive fan of wars and violence, there was elements of that was like, we're America, this is how big our army is, look how amazing we are. But then I do think that Mel Gibson did a really good job in that film of getting across this sense that it's about humanity and it's about saviour. And that also is a parallel with Dunkirk. It's about humanity, it's about survival. All these people are just trying to survive. Tom Hardy up in the air in his Spitfires just trying to survive. He's trying to manage his fuel and his enemies to get back home. The guys in the sea, they're going to Dunkirk to help people survive, but also survive themselves to get home. And the guys on the beach just want to get home. Home is this word that's used such a lot in the film, and it's a really lovely theme and image because it's not just their houses with their gardens and their families. It is the whole of Britain. Whether they arrive in Devon, whether they arrive up in East Anglia, wherever they land, they're back on British shores and they're home, and that is all that any of them ever want. And I think stripping away this sense of character and this sense of war and fighting and just having it down to a very animalistic, very primeval sense of survival and a need to stay alive is an amazing feat by Christopher Nolan. And I think it's something we're seeing a lot in modern contemporary cinema. We're seeing classic genres being turned onto their heads. We're seeing the war genre exploring aspects that it never has before. We're seeing the superhero genre being completely turned on its head with films like Logan. And I think this is a trend that can only keep continuing. And that's something I'd like to explore. I after watching Logan, it felt like it was a superhero, but then it really wasn't a superhero film, and I really love that, and it's something that I'd like to explore with a film. I'd like to make a film where I completely turn the genre on its head. So thank you very much for watching me ramble for 5 minutes. I didn't have much of an idea what to do today, and I'm shattered, so I just wanted to talk about something that was been interesting me for the past week. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below about Dunkirk and patriotism in film. Here's a question. Is it possible to make a film about conflict and war that isn't patriotic to some degree? Because I've seen some people argue that Dunkirk does have this sense of patriotism. Spoilers ahead. If you're still here, I'm going to carry on. When the boats arrive, the small boats arrive onto the beach to take people away, there is just this warming sense of humanity. And yes, that is us, Britain, keeping together. That is how amazing our country is how our people have all come together to go and save these people. So yeah, is it possible to make a war film without a sense of patriotism? Thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing, giving us a like, leaving a comment below, follow me on all my social medias. Thank you so much for the support so far. I was really quite nervous about yesterday's video, but it got a lovely reception and it was brilliant. So thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.